to enter the haunted house. It's cold, it's dark, it's noisy.
Jen! Jen, let's go!
Jamie, where are you?
I'm by the rotten, bug-infested corpse.
This is so fun!
I guess if you're into this sort of thing, look, Jen, woo! Must be time to go, huh?
Come on, Jamie. The whole silly, crazy, fun touristy thing is a major part of this town. You're scared. That's why you don't want to. You want to go because you're scared.
No, I am not.
Okay, we'll see. Come on, it's fun.
We're scared.
I'm so scared because Jamie's totally gone and he's not scared. And I want to get out of the haunted house.
Jennifer, let's just get on our rollerblades and go.
You are so not fun. Okay, so I'm impressed. You weren't scared.
Of course not. You know, this has been passed down from generation to generation. Us Shannons, nothing phases us.
Okay, come on, let's blade down the hill.
You want to go down that hill?
In this episode of CG Kids, we navigate the Niagara Peninsula, where you can find one of the world's 7 natural wonders, Niagara Falls.
Plus, we hang out with 13-year-old grape grower Philip Wiley and do some serious grape squishing as we learn how to make juice.
In Jay's geology, I break the tension, water tension that is, and create my own waterfall.
Don't miss watching Jennifer climb into a barrel and plummet down the falls.
I'm doing what?
Don't worry, Jen. It's just another amazing adventure on this episode of CG Kids.
Geographic Kids.
Jen, come on. Have you done this before? You sure?
I've been doing this for years, Jamie. Okay, weeks. Okay, I've just started, but I'm good. How do you stop? Hurry up! Now,
We are in an area of Ontario known as the Niagara region. Now, Niagara comes from the Aboriginal word Angara, which means great thunderer of the waters.
And that's because of the geology of the area. A steep 750-kilometer cliff known as the Niagara Escarpment runs right through here. They also have the most amazing waterfalls. The most famous, Niagara Falls. This gigantic, powerful waterfall is considered one of the most amazing wonders of the world. It pours down into the Niagara Gorge at a speed of 32 kilometers an hour from a height of 54 meters.
The Niagara region lies between Lake Ontario and Lake Erie, bordered on one side by the Niagara River. The escarpment runs straight through this area. One of the cool things about the Niagara region is that the area between the escarpment and Lake Ontario has what's known as a microclimate, which means it's more sheltered and has less extreme temperatures than the surrounding area.
This microclimate and rich soil gives the area some of the best agricultural farmland around. It's known as the Niagara Fruit Belt.
And the fruit that this region is known best for throughout the world is grapes.
This is a grape farm or vineyard belonging to 13-year-old Philip Wiley's family.
And we're supposed to be meeting Philip amongst the season's last remaining grapes. But I don't know.
Well, maybe you should look over there and I'll look up here for him.
Yeah, I think I saw someone over there.
Where?
Over there.
I don't see anybody, Jamie. There's nobody. What are you doing?
Hey, you're eating my grapes.
Oh,
Phil, how you doing?
Phil, hi.
Jenny, sorry, that was Jamie,
Hi.
not me. It's amazing. I can't believe how big it is.
Yes, it's over 100 acres.
What kinds of grapes do you grow here?
Well, we grow 3 types, Labrusca, Vinifera, and French hybrid. They come in 3 different colors, white, red, and blue.
Why do you have these nets over them?
Well, we want to keep the birds out so they don't eat the grapes.
And do you pick it all by hand?
Most of it we pick with a machine that drives over the row, and it has little beaters inside that shakes the grapes off.
And then how does it catch them?
Well, it has conveyor belts that run up into a tank in the harvester.
And there's also somewhere in the area where they make sparkling juice. Is that true with grapes?
Yes, it is. We could pick some and take them there.
Are we allowed to do that?
Yes, we are.
See, you ask and you're allowed, Jamie.
Oh.
It's gonna be fun. Okay, wait a minute. It looks like somebody beat us to it.
Oh yeah, there's my
Hello.
2 sisters, Sarah and Rachel.
Hi.
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 Well,
Wow.
I guess I'll show you guys how to pick the grapes. You grab a bunch and you break the stem the opposite way of which it is.
Growing.
Exactly.
And how much juice would one pail of grapes make?
1 pail of grapes makes about 20 liters.
Wow, that's pretty
My
good.
hands are all yucky.
Your hands are yucky?
One of the hazards of the job, grapes on the hands.
Okay, well this looks pretty full.
Yeah.
I think,
Let's take it to the
heavy.
champagne place. Here, you better let me carry that.
okay, you carry it for most of the way to the champagne place. So, do you basically do this all summer? This is like your summer job?
Well, most of the work starts in the spring, and a lot of it is in the summer, and then harvest is in the fall.
So there's something to do all year long, but you always have a summer job.
Yes, I do.
That's pretty cool.
Philip and his family grow and sell their grapes for making juice and wine, as well as for just eating. One of the places they sell to is Ferndale Vineyards, who make a healthy new carbonated juice known as Champanade.
Hey guys.
Hey, Ken.
Hey Philip. How
How's
are
it
you?
going?
Hi, Jenny.
Jenny, Ken.
Hi,
Good
Ken.
morning, Jamie.
How are you, Jamie?
Hi, Ken.
Good.
So what's
Wow.
this?
This is our grape press. It's the more or less the heart of our operation here during harvest. When we fill it, the whole drum revolves, and there's a threaded rod with a really big piston, same size as the press. As this drum rotates, the piston comes in, squeezes everything inside, the rice hulls and the grapes.
Rice hulls?
Rice hulls, yes. Take a handful and give them a squeeze.
Oh, they're spongy.
Yeah, they make a big sponge inside of the press. When they get mixed together, you get a lot more juice squeezed out of them.
You see all the grapes we picked?
Yes.
We're good, huh?
You did a good job. Okay, now give them a squeeze and see how much juice you can get out of them.
That's not very much.
No, not very much at all, is it? Okay.
Okay.
Now this time, we're going to add some rice hulls to this.
Okay. Just like the big machine.
Yep, mingle them in. Just that's it.
Okay.
Now give them a squeeze and see what happens.
Oh, that's
Whoa,
way
look at
more
that.
juice.
Look at this, yeah. Unbelievable. And then after we get all the juice squeezed out of them, it goes through the pasteurizer behind us here, and that takes care of all the yeast and bacteria, anything else that we don't want in there.
Oh, that's very interesting, but you know what? This is silly, okay? It's not like the old days no more. I was brought up with grape squishing that we did the old natural way. Want me to show you how?
Well, Eldon, this is Philip and Ken and
Okay, Steven, throw down the grapes in front of the floor on me. That's right. Okay. Now, this is what we do. We take off our shoes. And you just kind of
Oh,
do
Eldon,
your
that's
laces.
disgusting.
There.
Disgusting. What are those orange things on your feet?
I don't know. They just grew there, or they keep on growing. But you know what? That's not important, okay? I know they're a little bit hairy, and they got some bumps on them, and a tank rolled over my toe one time. But you just squish on those grapes. See? Squishy, squishy. Squish them. You see how it spills out on the floor and everything?
Okay, that's disgusting. You know what? We should go wash up.
Yeah.
Ken, can we go wash
Let's
our
get out of
hands?
here.
Come on, I'll show you.
There. And then it's done, and now you can come lick it off the floor. Hey, guys?
The bottling of champignon juice is done right here at Ferndale. There are 50 different varieties of grapes grown in the Niagara region, and it takes 4 to make this juice. Carbonated water and natural flavors such as cranberry, raspberry, peach, and apple are added.
Thank you so much, Philip. That was amazing.
Yeah, it was great.
It was a really...
Truly.
Well, you guys are welcome. So, do you know your way out of here?
I think so.
Yeah.
Because we came in from over there, didn't we?
No, Jen. We came from over here and we went through the vines over here.
Okay, we totally don't know where we're... Philip?
Philip?
Okay, we don't know.
Philip? Philip? All right, guys, it's triviography time.
And the question is, what is an isthmus?
Isthmus?
Isthmus? How are we gonna get them to guess it if we can't even pronounce it?
We could give them a hint. It's not a Greek philosopher.
Isthmus the Great.
Oh, and it has nothing to do with losing your 2 front teeth at Christmas.
That's pretty good.
Don't slip or you'll miss the answer. Niagara Falls has some of the most amazing and beautiful waterfalls in the whole world, and that one over there is called Horseshoe Falls because of its curved shape.
And then just across the gorge over there is the United States of America.
The gorge is shared by Ontario and the U.S. state of New York. There are 2 smaller waterfalls on the American side, but the Horseshoe Falls is 675 meters wide. The flow of water over the falls has been estimated at 2,271,000 liters a second, and that's a lot.
If you think about that, that's approximately 1,350,000 toilets flushing per second.
What? I can't hear you. The noise over the falls is louder than like being at a rock concert.
Your sister was caught with the grog snort. We're walking along a gorge carved out by the Niagara River.
And we're gonna hook up with Keith Tinkler, who's a geologist for the Niagara Nature Tours. He's currently researching the effect of river erosion on the area's rocks. Keith?
Hello.
Hi, Jenny.
Hello.
Hi, Jamie.
Hello.
A geologist and a photographer, I see.
Oh yeah, because at this time of year you can see things you can't see in the summer when the trees hide everything.
See what? All the rocks?
Yeah, you can see the rock layers, right?
Yeah.
And you can see rock falls where the rock falls down into the river.
Oh, great.
And
Is
down
there a way
below,
we can see that down there?
you can see the rocks that have fallen off the old waterfall into the plunge pool.
How do we get to see those?
Well, you can jump.
Jump?
Well, if you want to.
Oh, there's got to be a way to get down there.
Yeah, there's another way.
Will you take us?
Yeah.
A huge metal staircase took us down into the gorge. Descending was like taking a trip back in time. The powerful force of water and erosion over thousands of years carved out this deep gorge, revealing this incredible escarpment of rocks and fossils dating back as far as 400 million years.
Today, the water continues to flow through the gorge at a speed of 40 kilometers an hour, creating amazing rock shapes. So this is a pothole?
Yep, this is a pothole. You've got fast-moving water catching little bits of rock, and it starts drilling a hole, and the water goes down, and inside you can see the spirals down there going down.
Yep,
And
yeah.
Over time, it just drills that big hole into the rock.
Little pieces of rock, the washing machine.
Yeah.
Wow.
So here we have a pothole drilled into a block of rock, and it's really been shot about by atmospheric weathering. Slightly acid rainfall dissolves the calcium in the rock and produces these little pockmarks that you see. But if you want to see what it starts off like, just come round the corner and look up here. Oh, Jen, you look like a rock in 20 meters of water.
I look like what?
You're in 20 meters of water here.
What do you mean?
Well, 7,000 years ago, we'd be in the plunge pool of the waterfall.
Oh, that's where these big rocks came from.
Yeah,
They're plunging into water?
from the waterfall.
What waterfall? Really? And when did the waterfall cease to be there?
Well, the waterfall moves back as pieces drop off the face of the waterfall. So then the water plunges into the plunge pool a little bit further upstream, and the whole waterfall recedes.
So you're saying that this area used to be where Niagara Falls was,
Yep.
and then it moved over there?
Yeah, it's receded all the way to where you find it now in the last 7,000 years, at about a meter or a meter and a half a year.
I'm a little tired, so I was wondering if you could carry me. Hold on.
What about me?
Okay, guys, do you remember the triviography question?
Better yet, can you pronounce the question? What is an isthmus?
An isthmus is a narrow piece of land that joins two larger pieces of land together.
An isthmus is similar to a peninsula the way it juts out into the water. It actually joins the bulk of southern Ontario with the bulk of New York State, like a land bridge, separating Lake Erie from Lake Ontario. So while everyone calls this area the Niagara Peninsula, it's actually the Niagara Isthmus. We are going to check out one of North America's largest collections of free-flying butterflies.
It's the Niagara Parks Butterfly Conservatory with over 2,000 exotic butterflies.
Okay, wait, I almost forgot.
Oh, what's this for?
Butterfly perfume.
Oh, butterfly perfume.
The amazing thing about this place, if you haven't noticed, is the butterflies fly free everywhere.
And they're all over the place, all just fluttering around in this lush rainforest setting. And we're waiting for them to land on us because they're attracted by our honey perfume.
Thanks to me.
Good morning.
Good morning, are you Melvin?
I sure am.
Hi. Jenny.
Please,
Jamie, hello.
Jamie.
So they didn't actually fly here, did they? Because that's pretty far. Malaysia's far away.
Well, they flew, but not on their own. They came in heated cargo hold of an airplane.
Where do all your butterflies come from?
Well, they come from Costa Rica, El Salvador, so Central America, and we get them from the southern states, and we get a weekly shipment in from the Philippines. Comes in from the Manila area, and occasionally from New South Wales, Australia, and Penang, Malaysia. What we try to do is to get a selection of butterflies that fit different ecological niches, those that like shady areas here, that like lots of vegetation, those that fly higher and like bright sunny areas, and we've got fruit feeders that eat fruit juice rather than nectar, and we have, of course, butterflies that live on plant nectar.
How do they eat?
Well, they eat through basically a drinking straw. It's called a proboscis, and it's a hollow tube that they stick down into the flower, and they actually suck up or draw up the nectar from the flower.
What's that? Is that a frog?
That's our one-eyed frog. He came to us as a donation, and obviously he had some kind of injury, but he survived very well on one eye.
Doesn't he eat the butterflies?
Well, he does eat the odd one, yes, but actually he does take care of some of the other creepy crawly insects that we have in here, such as ants. So he is performing a service for us.
So you might say he's keeping an eye on the butterflies.
Well, this is our feeding, breeding, and production area, and basically it's a commercial greenhouse range in which we grow host plant for the feeding of the butterflies, the caterpillars, and we also grow flowering material to provide nectar for them. And here we have an example of a host plant that's got eggs on it. Now this plant would have been put in a breeding chamber, and the females lay eggs on specific parts of the plant depending on what type of butterfly it is. And these little tiny eggs here, in about 10 days, will hatch into very small caterpillars, and they will, over the course of their 15 to 18 day lifespan, consume all of the green material or foliage that's on this plant. And at that point, they will be, about 4 centimeters long, and they then pupate. Now here we have pupae that were collected this morning, and the object is to place a insect pin through the little silken pad that's at the end of the pupa, and that's called a cremaster. And then what you do is you place these on the cork sheet, and over a period of about 10 days, they're going to complete their development, and then away they go. They're doing their thing in the conservatory.
Thank you so much. That was amazing.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah,
Behind
thanks.
the scenes.
You're welcome.
Poor little butterflies.
Hey, I'm in an area at the Ontario Science Centre that shows you how important and powerful water is to all of us living on the Earth. Water has been a means of transportation for thousands of years. It's carved out rivers and created lakes, and been there to quench our thirst. Water is strong enough to keep huge ships afloat, and to create some of the most amazing waterfalls in the world, like Ontario's Niagara Falls. So let's check out some reasons why water is so powerful. Water has strength both on its surface and below. Now, most of us have experienced water pressure on our ears when we swim to the bottom of the pool. Let's check out what's happening up on the surface. Water molecules are the tiny particles that make up water, and they have a really strong attraction to one another. They like to stay together, so they push and pull on each other. But the molecules up on the surface have nothing to hang on to except for air, so they pull together extra hard. And of course, the molecules underneath are pulling down as well. This actually creates a kind of skin on the water known as surface tension. There are two things that can affect surface tension. Sugar, like in this candy cane, absorbs water so it draws the toothpicks together. And soap breaks or weakens the surface tension between the toothpicks so they move apart. Surface tension is also the reason why water stays in a type of sheet as it flows over a ridge. See how the water comes out of the holes in streams? Now watch what happens when I pinch the streams together. Surface tension is holding these streams together. The molecules are clinging together, just like Niagara Falls. And of course, gravity and the force of air pushing down on the water all make an incredibly powerful waterfall. Niagara Falls has almost 5 million horsepower. Many native legends claim that the thunder of the falls is actually the voice of the mighty spirit of Niagara. Now I think he's got a lot of molecules backing him up.
A fantastic fact about Niagara Falls is that quite a number of wacky people have decided to try and ride over the falls in nothing more than a barrel. The first daredevil to take the falls was Annie Taylor. She was a very brave, possibly crazy woman who on October 24th, 1901, climbed into a barrel to make history. And she made it. Since then, an estimated 15 daredevils have followed in her footsteps, but only 10 survived.
Oh, do we really have to climb back up Clifton Hill? Really? Have you not had enough of your... Oh, yikes!
Come on! This is tourist heaven! 14 million people come here every year. Where else can you find a circus world downtown and they have haunted house? Jamie? Oh, you are so busted. What did you buy?
I got something I've always wanted. It's a Niagara Falls snow globe.
See, I told you this place was cool. Come on, I got a place that'll cheer you up.
Come visit the Funhouse, a barrel of laughs for young and old.
The molecules up on the surface have nothing to hang on to except for air, so they pull together extra hard. And the molecules beneath do something funny.
So we're just waiting for them to land. Oh, that was good.